quickly diminishing here, the time remaining, and Jake Andrews takes, there's the high Bushido knee smash. Marshe has been rocked. This could be it.
At this time, ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce to you my colleague, standing over there, the wrestler's entrance way, Steve Kenton.
Thank you, Mr. Ricolo. It is a pleasure to be here on behalf of Global Pro Wrestling right here this evening, and I have the privilege and the honor to introduce to each and every one of you at this very point in time to one of the hottest young talents in the Chicagoland and Midwest pro wrestling scene. Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one time for Jake Andrews! You're very happy about your recent accomplishments. Just to fill each and every one of you in on what this young man has recently accomplished in 2 successive weeks. In the past 2 weeks alone this year, this man has already accumulated 2 major Chicagoland independent professional wrestling championships. He's got a heavyweight title. He's got a Tri-States title. How are you feeling right now?
Steve Kenton, I feel great. How do you people feel? You feel good? It's Global Pro, baby, here we go. Over the last month, I won 2 championships in the Midwest. I know a lot of people doubt me, a lot of people say I'm too small, a lot of people say I can't go, but I am the best trainer in the world. I have been trained by people who have been to WWE, who have been to New Japan. I know and I believe in myself. I hope each and every one of you after tonight believes in me too. Okay? How's that sound? Yeah? I know that here at Global Pro, just like everywhere else I've been, I can be the man.
A huge opportunity tonight, Global Pro Wrestling. Your first chance to show to everyone here in this ring tonight what you're made of. And you're going to be in the big battle royale in the featured event. What are you doing here?
Marshe Rockett, what are you doing here?
First and foremost, Midlothian, make some noise! To answer your question, Rick, somebody talked about being the man, and you can't talk about being the man without talking about this man. Jakey! What's up, player? I'm ready, are you ready? Oh, look at him, boy! You win a couple titles, he already jumped in, called himself a dog up in this bad boy. Jake, listen, man, I've heard a lot about you. These past few months, your name is the only name that I've been hearing come across the Midwest. And that's impressive. That really is. Considering that Chicago has some of the most talented wrestlers on the planet. Yeah, that's true. Yeah. From WWE, Impact Wrestling, New Japan, they all started right here. And Jake, you talk about being the man. Well, you haven't beaten the man.
Marshe, all I'm asking for is a chance.
Chance, okay. All right. I've always been a man of the people, so I'm gonna take it to the people. Midlothian, do you all want to see Jake Andrews versus Marshe Rockett one-on-one in this ring? kid.
One-on-one right now.
Well, we've got our senior referee, Lou Stefano, coming out. Looks like we got ourselves a amateur one-on-one Marshe Rockett straight out of TNA. 10-minute time limit.
Unadvertised, here we go. Jake Andrews will try to compete at the same level as Marshe Rockett. And what a spectacular, this should be a first time anywhere ever meeting between potentially the best of the future against the best of the current class in all of Chicagoland independent and nationwide pro wrestling. You got to admit this is a very impressive challenge that Jake Andrews is
right here at Global Pro Wrestling.
And you can tell right away there is a size disparity between these two athletes. Marshe with the height, with the reach, with the power edge, and Jake Andrews, he might have bitten off a little more than he can chew. I know that you get very anxious in these kinds of situations, and when you are upstaged like by a Marshe Rockett, you want to prove that you're the best, right?
You better believe it, but I tell you what, he's got his handful with Marshe.
Well, there isn't a doubt in my mind, and Marshe easily lofts Jake Andrews up in the air and down with an amateur-style throw and drop. And, you know, I think the fans are having a little bit of trouble here determining who out of these two that they favor the most, because there is such great respect for TNA Impact Wrestling's X-Division star Marshe Rockett and this new rising star Jake Andrews. It's going to be interesting to see how the fans, you know, gravitate towards one individual or the other.
Well, you can see right now Marshe doing the old school style wrestling. Maybe he's going to send this young man to school.
You know, overall, Marshe has the experience edge. He has the agility. I mean, just the track and field background of this man alone, where he can hurdle over opponents and over ropes. I mean, look at the power of Marshe. But Andrews lands on his feet and hits with that roundhouse kick to that leg. Marshe will not be half as agile on his feet if he only has one leg to use. Jake going after that left leg. He's going after that quadricep muscle right here. Drop kick right to the side of the head and the skull, and Marshe has to roll to the outside. Tough environment for Jake Andrews, but he's handled it well. He avoided a whole storm of offense by Marshe, and now he's the one who has a chance to do some damage. Is he going to try a flying body attack? I don't know. May not be such a good idea by this young man. Flying body attack, and both bodies fall right in front of the first row of fans. And Jake Andrews is amped up for this match.
Oh, he is pumped.
He understands that even though this is global pro wrestling, if he can make a huge first impression, that could be the difference maker. It would be nationwide news if everyone saw that Marshe Rockett was defeated by Jake Andrews, and Jake were to score his third most impressive victory in 3 successive weeks. That would be downright incredible. And there are no titles at stake here, but this is truly a test. And can he handle Marshe? That's the question. And there you see the chops. The chops are a problem in these streets. And look at Jake firing back. He won't back down. Listen to the crowd moaning and groaning at the physicality in this one. And this match is a lot different than the other ones tonight. Haven't you noticed this, Mr. Ricolo?
Hard hitting right here.
They're putting it all at stake. Neither man wants to look bad. It's about cardio and endurance, too. Who can handle the abuse for longer? And you know, the fantastic offensive flurries by Marshe Rockett are second to none. And the fans are letting Marshe know they want to hear Marshe chop the chest of Jake Andrews all night long.
All night long. They love that thump.
Marshe breaking the count of Lou Stefano wisely to prevent a double countout scenario, much like we saw in the second bout tonight. And Marshe
head first right into the ring post.
The momentum just caught him totally off guard, and Jake Andrews now has Marshe hurt and down on the outside to the inside of the ring. Lou Stefano counts to 2 only. Jake Andrews with an amazing opportunity tonight to take on Marshe Rockett from TNA Impact Wrestling. Jake Andrews himself, durable, flexible, well-trained, best in the world. He's mentioned it already. Some of the best trainers. He is more confident than ever, and he's ready for a fight. And he wants to prove it right here. He's climbed to the second rope. Oh my, right in the breadbasket. And that's put Jake Andrews in the defensive. Nice leaping drop kick by Marshe Rockett to Jake Andrews as he has him down on his hands and knees. Marshe Rockett, a true success story, being in the Chicagoland independent scene for a period of 10 years, being with the Soul Touches.
And he worked hard.
No doubt about it, the hardest worker still to this day. And look at Marshe elevate Jake Andrews in a big spine-tingling suplex. There's the leg drop. On a 2 count there, he almost put him away right there with that huge leg drop.
5 minutes.
From darn near 8 feet in the air before dropping it on Jake's head and neck. Marshe waiting patiently for Jake Andrews to get to his feet. You know, Marshe did it his own way in many respects. The championships, the titles across the country, the tryouts and the successes. It's all been partially due to athleticism, good timing. And now he is an Impact Wrestling televised X Division star with no limits. And he's got the height, the power, the strength, the speed, the endurance, and he's in the prime of his career. And how will Jake Andrews combat being in the ring with an athlete the caliber of Marshe Rockett? That's the question on my mind and probably most of these fans' minds. Sunset flip. He's got his shoulders down, but a 2 count there. Running clothesline has neutralized Andrews, and does it seem to you as though Andrews is favoring his left-hand side a little bit?
Yes, he is favorite, but you know what? I think the fans are probably thinking right now that he's just a snotty little kid, that's all.
Well, what about Marshe interrupting Jake Andrews' interview time?
He's a professional.
He's a professional at interrupting people when they're trying to talk about their recent successes and their feelings about the future. Interesting opinion, Ricolo. But
well, that's
I'm not
Ricolo.
saying you're...
That's Mr. Ricolo.
Mr. Ricolo.
That's Ricolo.
Ricolo. Mr. Ricolo. I know you have your opinion. I have my opinion. Right. And neither of us are necessarily right.
No, not at all.
Maybe we'll be proved otherwise just by the sheer physicality of what these two deliver in the ring.
Very nicely done. Look at
Cross body block. Marshe escapes.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to get proved wrong right there.
No kidding. This is an incredible matchup that fans did not anticipate when they bought a ticket for this event, and what a treat this is. Slingshot, the spear. That's one of Jake Andrews' finishing moves. And then Marshe kicks out again. Jake Andrews being
the crafty veteran of Marshe Rockett.
He rolled to the outside on that one. His ribs might have been damaged significantly on that drop. Listen to this crowd. They're definitely giving Jake Andrews significant approval here. And Jake might take another chance. Oh, my. He left himself wide open for that. Marshe timed it to perfection. The roundhouse kick to the ribcage. Nice backdrop suplex. Marshe grabbing a hold of the outside leg, but Jake fires that shoulder up before the 3rd count could go down. Jake Andrews, a heavyweight champion in one independent company, a tri-states champion in another, and Marshe Rockett might be on the heels of claiming nationwide X Division Championship gold any time now. So this is a very exciting matchup. Both men with their roots in Chicagoland. He got caught, and Jake with a nice bulldog. What a beautiful counter by Jake Andrews, and what an incredible back and forth battle this has been between these two magnificent young athletes. And both of these individuals want to win this match in the worst possible way.
Andrews pumping up right now. He wants more. I think he figures he's got Marshe right where he wants him.
He might. And Marshe needs the ropes to get to his feet, that's for sure. As he's barely able to stand, Jake Andrews swings for the head.
60 seconds remain.
The time limit is very quickly quickly diminishing here, the time remaining, and Jake Andrews takes, there's the high Bushido knee smash. Marshe has been rocked. This could be it. Oh, so close. Well, 2 count there, and Jake knows that his time is running out, and he's on the offensive. This is Jake's opportunity to win it all, and he can win it right now, and it's all a matter of time. Can he pull it off? Jake runs in. Oh, he hurt his own knee. Oh, there's the M80. He hit it right there. Can Marshe cover him? Can Marshe get the cover right here? He rotated towards the outside.
10, 9.
Uh-oh, the time limit is close to being expired here. Can Marshe get the cover in time?
4, 3, 2, 1.
He barely kicked out, and that's it. The time limit is expired, and that's got to be it. And unfortunately, neither man was able to score the victory in the allotted time period. Man, I thought that Marshe had him right there. I don't blame the fans. They want to see 5 more minutes. So do I.
Time has expired. This match is a draw.
Oh, man. I think the fans definitely wanted to see a clear-cut winner there. That is not going to be a favorable decision. Jake had his head shook and rattled right there with that M80 drop. And if he didn't roll to the outside, he would have definitely lost this match. And both men struggling to get to their feet at this point. Are we going to see a potential rematch down the road? What will happen next right here between these two amazing combatants? Marshe extends the hand of sportsmanship, but Jake really, really wanted to win this match. Intriguing stare down, and both men raise one another's hands. But the truth is, we didn't really get to see who was the better of the two in this particular bout.
Jake, hey, man to man, you're one hell of an athlete. Not too many people can hang with Marshe Rockett, but tonight you did, kid. Trust me, you're gonna see me again. Everybody here in Midlothian, let's give a round of applause for Mr. Jake Andrews over here.
Jake Andrews undeniably is the future in Chicagoland and Midwest Pro Wrestling, and his effort against Marshe was incredible. But how can you prove yourself in 10 minutes against one of the best? He hung in there to the very last second. Jake Andrews, don't forget that name, because this man is destined for big things down the road. Jake's got the confidence, and saying that he's been in the ring with Marshe Rockett, that's a huge feather in the cap for this young man and his future.